This is John Allen Chau. He was an American missionary who wanted to convert this uncontacted tribe in the Sentinel Island to Christianity. Unfortunately, his story ended in tragedy as he was killed by the tribe soon after he made contact. This is the tricky business of community outreach, and while this was an extreme example, if you're a community manager, you know how hard it is to make a positive impact. So here is a battle-tested guide on how to help you master community outreach. First step in launching any effective outreach is defining your goals. Identify community issues and ask yourself about what you can realistically achieve. So, in the case of John, he should have realized that his goal was too ambitious. He was approaching a tribe that made it clear they did not want to interact with the outside world. Not only that, but he also wanted to convert them to Christianity, a very lofty, unrealistic goal. However, it is not impossible. So, for example, instead of trying to convince a mob of hostile tribesmen, what if he just had to convince one person, the tribe leader? Convincing one person would be much easier than convincing an entire village, especially if the person in question had a lot of pull in their community. The next step would be to come up with a strategy to get your message out to the community. Here are the main things you should consider: barriers, high-impact practices, benefits to the community, and possible outcomes. This helps your team know how to effectively communicate, and for your audience to understand the benefits of participating in your outreach. So for the case of John, he and his team would have come up with something like this. And don't worry, many of these practices still apply to other use cases. For example, some high-impact practices you could try are house meetings, canvassing, organizing events, and hosting seminars. So now you have your goal and a plan of how to get there. Now let's get some more hands on deck to help out your cause. There's two things you need to consider here. One, the volunteers who go out and actually do the outreach. And two, a strategy committee to keep track of the progress and make changes as necessary. You can also consider partnering up with similar-minded organizations and community influencers. This will give you a huge boost in your efforts. And finally, we come to the execution stage. Come up with a clear and relatable message that resonates with your target community. Keep in mind that if it comes off as a sales pitch, people are going to be turned off. So make sure people see your organization as one that has the community's concerns in mind and is in it for the long haul. Your volunteers and audience should be able to connect with your message so they can act in your favor. You can also tailor your outreach across all the channels your audience uses. Different channels will appeal to different demographics, and there's no one size fits all. However, here are a few common ones and the type of people who use them. 1. Social media. If you're targeting people of all ages, use Facebook or Twitter. If it's youth you're targeting, Instagram and Snapchat would be a better bet. 2. Traditional media. You can generate interest by posting advertisements in local newspapers, making radio announcements, and TV promotions. Since these have a broad scope, use them to get noticed by a large number of people. 3. Phone calls, texts, and emails. Out of the 3, phone calls are the most personal. Call your community members using a call center software and have one-on-one conversations with them. Text messages and voice broadcast calls are useful to answer queries and send informational material. 4. Email. These can be used to send more detailed information, but should mainly be used to target working members as they are the most likely to check their emails regularly. 5. Physical mail is still an effective way of creating a connection with your community, since it gives them a tangible reminder of you. Use this to send invitations for events and dates. 6. Flyers. Another old-school medium. Paste flyers in areas frequented by your target audience. For young adults, put them up in record stores or malls. Or for senior persons, target health clinics. Oh, and once it's all said and done, keep measuring your impact by setting measurable parameters for each aspect of your outreach program. Evaluation is key to understanding what works and what needs improvement. And there you have it. A comprehensive guide to mastering community outreach. Remember, it's about building connections, fostering understanding, and creating positive change. Until next time, good luck, and keep making a difference in your community.